What's going on, guys? Well, today's video is going to be a little bit different. Today I'm going to tell you my top 25 favorite YouTube channels of 2017. I like hundreds of YouTube channels, and I'll sporadically look at different videos occasionally as well, but this is going to be basically the top 25 channels that I subscribe to that are most active that I'm watching on a regular basis. Most of these channels that I'm going to list, I watch every single video they put out. And if I'm newer to the channel, I'll watch all their old stuff when they're not putting out new videos, you know? So I know a lot of their content, I know a lot about them and what they do. These are the people that entertain me. Now this is always changing, always revolving, but most of the people on the list I've watched from the beginning, and I just continue to enjoy all their videos. There's a bunch of variety here. There's food channels, there's gun channels, there's car channels, you know, all kinds of stuff, but you'll see it's quite an interesting little mix, and I'm sure watching my channel there might be some crossovers where other channels that you guys obviously watch as well. Some of these are extremely popular, some of these not so much. Anyway, I'm going to jump right into the list here. In no particular order, it's not my favorite to least favorite or anything like that. It's just randomly written down, and I kept it to 25. There's actually a little bit more than 25. There's probably like 30 to 40 of them. But I just want to make the video kind of simple. I want to do a top 10, but I honestly couldn't pick between all these people. So, 25 favorite YouTube channels that I watch all the time. Now, the one thing about these channels is that they're all active channels. They're people posting, if not every day, a couple times a week, or at least once a week. So, here we go. First one, Wreckless Eating. I've been a fan of Wreckless Eating for many, many years now. I love the variety of different types of stuff they do. Obviously, it's mostly food related. But I just love all the characters that are on there, all the people. It's just a bunch of friends that come together, you know, joke around. It's really fun to watch. But also I learn about different types of foods and stuff. And obviously some of the videos are gross, and you want to see people's reaction to eating something super hot or disgusting, whatever. And that's always fun and entertaining to me. But I just like the actual people, you know. So at this point, after following them for so long and getting to know all these different people, it doesn't matter what they're posting. I'm watching it. You know what I mean? Some videos are more exciting than others, but I watch them all and I enjoy them all. So big thumbs up to Matt out there for putting all the work he does into that channel. By the way, I'm going to put all the links to these channels in the description box if you want to check them out. Sounds like something you might like. Definitely worth checking out. So next on the list is Racer Miata, Chris Rodnick. I like his videos a lot. I like all of his friends. He's very entertaining. He has a strong personality. You know, you might like him, you might not like him, whatever, but I like him. I like what he does. I like following his channel quite a bit. And because of his channel, I found out about tommyfyeah. I like his channel as well. He does his own thing. Just really cool. If you like car stuff, it's definitely worth checking out, for sure. Both their channels. Very entertaining. And there's a lot of crossover. They're spending a lot of time together, so you know what I mean? They kind of go together, both channels. If you're going to subscribe to one, subscribe to the other. Speaking of cars, 1320 videos. Love them. Love watching the drag stuff. Love watching these ridiculous, you know, 2,000 and 3,000 horsepower vehicles. Imports or domestic. Just fun to watch, you know. Ton of power. A lot of cars I'll never even see in person. It's just really, really fun to watch those videos. I like them. Great style of video, too. Very well known among the car community on YouTube. Continuing on the car theme, I also like JSRcars. JSRcars is one of the newer channels, I guess, starting to get some steam, getting some subscribers going and stuff. If you're into the whole car scene and like watching a bunch of friends screw around and build cars while they're having fun, there's a list of probably 15 or 20 different channels, and I do subscribe to most of them, even though if I'm not mentioning them. But yeah, same deal with Racer Miata. I just like watching a bunch of friends hang out and fix cars and modify them and soup them up. It's pretty cool. I like it. The next one might be surprising to some, but some of you who follow them see my comments all the time. But I like TheAgryGrandpaShow. AGP, I enjoy watching their videos. I watch all of the videos. And even though it's a separate channel, KidBehindACamera, it goes with that, you know. I like the videos. At first, when I first heard of them, I just wanted to check them out. People were talking about them all the time, and I watched the videos, and I'm like, why do people watch this? You know, but the whole vlogging thing, and then I kind of got into their channel. And the more you watch any channel, I think, that does vlogging, the more you get into that person's life. Regardless of what you think of them, I like them. I like following their life and what they're posting and stuff. So I don't miss any AGP videos or Kid Behind a Camera videos. I like them both. And I like the family. So regardless, I know people are going to say, oh, they're fake and this is fake, it's dumb, and whatever. It's entertaining to me. Just because I like it doesn't mean you have to like it. There's a lot of channels here that I like that you guys probably don't like. But I'm just sharing my favorite channels, regardless of what you think of them. So next is CultMoo. And obviously, if you know Wreckless Eating, you probably have heard of CultMoo. Same deal, just a couple dudes making some funky food, trying some stuff out. I like them. I like their personalities. I like the actual people. The people in the video are awesome. The food is a bonus. It's cool. It's fun watching them, you know, get drunk and make some weird food concoctions and, you know, joke around with each other. It's entertaining to me. I like it. Speaking of getting drunk, the next person on my list is KYBrewReviews. That's Kentucky Brew Reviews. I like them. Just a bunch of guys that I think I'd be friends with if they lived down the road. You know what I mean? I found them originally when I was really like diving deep into craft beer. You know, trying a bunch of different beer. I subscribe to pretty much every beer reviewer on YouTube, and there's a bunch that I still watch, even though I don't drink beer anymore, really. But yeah, they're very entertaining to me. Their sense of taste when they're tasting different beers that I've had, I mean, it's spot on. They're accurate. You know, if you drink beer or different types of liquors, they're definitely worth checking out because what they're saying is just spot on to me. They have a good sense of taste, all of them. Plus, I like watching them interact. You know, it's just a bunch of friends. It's really fun. I like them. So definitely worth checking out. They're a much smaller channel. I love to see them grow. You know, because they put a lot of work into their videos. You know, and they're serious about it. But it's just a couple guys having fun. Like a lot of these channels. You know, that's if you see a theme there, it's what it is. A lot of these channels I love watching is just a bunch of dudes hanging out and doing their thing, and I enjoy that. So anyway, moving on. Newer channel to me, but definitely worth mentioning for all the fishermen out there, TacticalBassin. This was a recommendation by someone on Instagram when I posted my bass video. They're like, dude, if you haven't seen them, check out TacticalBassin. And then after I subscribed to the channel and started watching the videos, I watched backlog stuff because it was obviously new to me. I watched every single video on their channel. Lots of videos over the course of a couple years. I learned a lot. And I'll still go back and reference a lot of those videos. Great tips on fishing. Obviously not everyone's going to always agree on the same things as far as technique and stuff like that, but I've learned so much. And I've been on such a big I've been on such a big fishing kick lately. All I want to do is go fishing. You know what I mean? I can't wait to go fishing. And watching their videos kind of pumps it up for me. You know, gets me stoked to go fishing even more. So you guys will probably see some more fishing videos, even into late fall and maybe even early winter. But anyway, amazing channel to learn about fishing. Even if you think you know everything there is to know about the fishing you do, it's worth checking out. But they have the backing to prove their techniques work. They catch big fish, you know. So if you're looking for trophy fish and stuff, and you want to learn how to have better technique and little tips and tricks and stuff, great channel for that. So that's a newer channel to me, but I absolutely love it. Totally fixated on their videos right now. Another one is Iraqi Veteran 8888. Huge gun channel. Can't miss them. If you're into guns, you probably already subscribe. Again, a couple dudes. I like them. You know, they know what they're talking about. That's most important to me. If I'm watching a gun channel, sometimes it's entertainment, sometimes it's education. More times than not, it's education, because watching just someone shoot guns is not that entertaining to me. When I learn things about, you know, guns and gun, very entertaining to me. But Eric and Chad, great bunch of guys. I got the chance to actually meet them in Vegas. That was really, really cool. They host, you know, big shootout events and stuff, and it's just, they're two guys that are extremely passionate about what they do. And pretty much everyone I'm talking about is passionate about what they do, and they know what they're talking about. And that's why I enjoy it the most, is because there's a lot of education there. Watching his videos, I mean, their videos, I should say, it's both those guys. They know what they're talking about, and they have the experience. They have millions of rounds, you know, under their belts combined. So I take what they say pretty seriously. You know what I mean? And everything that I've experienced with guns thus far, I don't have any opposing opinions with them. So, you know, good source of gun information, but also entertaining videos as well. Let's see. Next on the list, JamesYeager, on the theme of guns. Obviously, very strong personality. Either you love him or you hate the guy. I take what he says seriously too. You know, he has a lot of experience, a lot of millions and millions of rounds, as an instructor, you know, I mean, he's a strong personality. So some people, I think, don't like Yeager just because it's not really an intimidation factor. It's just an alpha male. If you're a real alpha male, you butt heads. So you might think like, oh, this guy's, he's full of himself, whatever. I don't think he is. Just my personal opinion. I think he's trying to get good information out there, but he does have a strong personality. He's not backing down anyone. He is an alpha male, so some people, it rubs them the wrong way. You know what I mean? It is what it is. It's very informative, his videos. Still very entertaining to me, but more so than entertainment, it's education. I learned a lot of stuff still from James, so. Also had the pleasure of meeting him in Vegas as well. So that is just cool. I like his videos a lot. And one day I will take his class. In case he ever sees this video, I know he's been busting my balls about that for a couple of years now, because I always want to take one of his classes, but I don't have the time and the money, and he's even offered it for free before. I just don't have the time. I can't travel. I know they sound like excuses, and I know what he thinks that I'm doing is making excuses not to come train, but one day, James, I'll make it there. Who else? OnePotChefShow. Bigger channel for cooking, great personality. It's a cooking show, but what I like about that cooking YouTube channel is that all of his recipes are like really simple. He has a video on a 2-ingredient chocolate cake. It's literally just like melted chocolate and eggs. Amazing. Although I don't really cook that kind of stuff, because most of what he's cooking is, I don't want to say just mostly desserts. He has all kinds of foods, but they're not really, I don't know, dietetic, I guess you could say. If you just, if you're not on a diet or anything, and you're just cooking, great channel to learn about all different, cooking stuff. But I just like it. Great personality, very kind of bubbly, fun person. Nice guy. So I like watching his videos. And even if I can't make the delicious food that he makes, it's just interesting to know those things, like how to make a chocolate cake out of 2 ingredients. But anyway, who else? HaggardGarage. Same deal with the JSRcars, Racer Miata, TommyFyeah. Just another car thing. Most of these people are located in Connecticut. And a lot of crossover. A lot of these guys know each other. You know what I mean? So it's cool though. They all do their own thing. Some people are like hardcore, Haggard fanboys, and some people Racer Miata fanboys. And there's a lot of fighting back and forth. And all these people are better. I like them all. I watch them all. I like them all. And it's just what's coolest to me is to see a bunch of younger dudes that just have a passion, and they're just running with it. These are guys that like maybe they put a fart can on their car to start, right? Way back in the day. That's it. I want to make my car loud. That's fun. But now they're mechanically just so inclined. It's amazing. Any one of these 20-something-year-old kids, anywhere from like 16 to 25, is the age group for all these channels that I'm watching. All these people are better mechanics than I probably ever dealt with in my life. 56-year-old dudes have been doing it for 30 years. These kids can do a better job than anyone that I know. And you guys know I've had pretty rough experiences with mechanics, especially in Pennsylvania here. But anyway, love the channels. Very informative, but also entertaining. And that's important, to have some education with some fun. At least for me, what I want to watch. Next person is CigarObsession. Brian Glynn. Love him. Awesome. The top cigar-related channel on YouTube, I would imagine. Also a strong personality. A guy who knows what he's talking about. And, he can rub people the wrong way sometimes. It's not because of him. It's just his a strong personality. And if someone disagrees or whatever, he's not like, oh, okay, he's pretty firm in his opinions. And I respect him for that. But he's kind of a no BS kind of guy. You know what I mean? But he's friendly. We talk sometimes. But I take his cigar reviews seriously, because some of the cigars that he's smoked, that I've also smoked, listening to him describe flavors and stuff like that, he's pretty spot on. As far as my palate goes, I can trust in what he's saying. And again, like all these different channels, it's not just entertainment, it's education. I trust what these people are doing and what they're saying. So it means something to me, has some value. So I like his videos quite a bit. FreakEating, Natter. Natter's I don't want to say a spin-off, because obviously he had his own channel before Wreckless Eating, but he was on Wreckless Eating a bunch. That's how I got to know him. And then when I found out of his own channel, love watching him. Just really, really nice guy. He's someone who I would love to be friends with if he lived close, way out in California. But I think he's a school teacher. Great influence. Guy just does some really cool competitive eating videos, you know. So if you want to see some people eat some amazing things and you know, accomplish some amazing feats, I mean, he's a tall, skinny dude, and he could pack down the food like nobody's business. So if you like competitive eating channels and some food review type stuff, Natter's a cool character, cool dude. I really like him a lot. So very entertaining to me as well. Next person, CrazyRussianHacker. Yeah, I'm one of those million subscribers, 5 million. I don't even know how many subscribers he has now, but I'm one of them. I enjoy his videos, and people give him a lot of crap for his accent, but I think he's a very intelligent guy. I think he's very curious, clearly, and I find his videos to be very entertaining and sometimes pretty educational. I like him. I'm a fan of CrazyRussianHacker. Next person, Hitcock45. You know, no introduction needed. Probably the most subscribed to gun channel on YouTube. I remember back in the day when he only had a few subscribers, and he really skyrocketed. He made it onto the news, you know, carving a pumpkin, taking some shots, and yeah, I mean, I'm happy for his success and stuff. Have not yet got a chance to meet him. Would love to meet him and his son one day. But very educational. Yeah, it's entertaining watching him shoot. He's a crack shot. It's amazing. Him and his son. I mean, obviously they have a range in their backyard, so yeah, and they go through a lot of ammo, you know. But again, just a guy that knows what he's talking about. I take his opinions pretty seriously as far as gun stuff, and exposes me to all different firearms I've never seen before. So it's just pretty cool. Really enjoy that channel as well. Not the only one. Millions of people watch him. The next person is FoodWishes. FoodWishes, probably the best cooking channel on YouTube, hands down. I don't know how many subscribers they have. Lots of subscribers. Chef John, pretty funny, pretty dry cut humor, but I like it. The stuff he makes is extremely professional, really amazing. You know, he's a professional chef. You know, he knows what he's doing. But the videos, no food videos make me hungrier than one of his videos. I mean, everything is just, not only is the technique of his cooking like spot on, but like presentation, everything, it's just perfect. It really is perfect. He can be a television cooking show. You know, I don't know why he doesn't already have his own show. Maybe he was approached and he just didn't want to do it, but if I turn on Food Channel, I wouldn't be surprised to see Chef John doing something on there. Awesome food channel. So if you don't know how to cook, watch his channel. You'll learn a bunch of stuff. Another guy who I've been personally friends with for many, many years now, TexGrebner. So TexGrebnerOutdoors, I watch every one of Tex's videos. Me and Tex are friends. You know, we used to talk on the phone all the time, way back when I was single and I had more free time. Tex is a really, really nice guy who has a lot to offer. He's definitely misunderstood, you know. Some people just don't get him. That's fine. But I'll tell you what, if you want to learn something about archery, you want to learn something about hunting, he's your man. You know, he takes that stuff extremely seriously. It's a passion. And there's very few people out there that I've seen who have more passion about something than Tex has about outdoor stuff, specifically hunting, you know. And people give him crap because he doesn't, you know, kill a bunch of animals all the time. But he's putting in his time, you know what I mean? And he makes his hunting videos, to me, are entertaining, you know, of course. But it is very educational. I learn a lot of stuff watching his videos. Just an all-around outdoorsman, you know. And he went through an amazing weight loss journey, you know, and seeing him stick with it and stay fit and all that stuff, and really just amazing. Very inspirational on a personal level because we're friends. But yeah, if you've never seen, you know, Tex's videos, obviously he's known by people that don't subscribe to him as the guy who shot himself. Yes, he was on Tosh.0. He was on a couple different things. And that's kind of, I don't want to say claim to fame, because he's way more than that, but that's how a lot of people do know him, as a guy who accidentally shot himself. And then literally said, I just effing shot myself. So of course he gets poked fun, or people poke fun at him for that, but it's such a small part of him. You know what I mean? And having the experience of physically talking to him and getting kind of in deeper conversations about life and all that kind of stuff. Wonderful person, really, just a really wonderful person who has a lot to offer. So if you know, if you're into outdoor stuff, watch his channel. You know, his personality is not for everyone. You know, again, a strong personality, and I think probably the most misunderstood person on YouTube, at least in all the channels that I watch. Anyway, I'm sure there's other misunderstood people on YouTube. There's no shortage of that. But Tex is just a good person, and not a lot of people get to see that because they can't, you know, they can't dive deep enough into it. But anyway, he offers a lot as far as education. So if you do like outdoor stuff, definitely worth watching his channel. You can learn a few things. Let's see. Next, 2 channels, because I'm counting this as one, but MuscleVsTuner, and of course, RspecRyan. Now, if you didn't watch MuscleVsTuner, it was just a person, Ryan, who was in that, went his own way. You know, it's a channel that kind of split, and now they're doing their own things. But I like all the guys on the channel. I like the car stuff. You know, I like these are guys that, like, they'll do something, and if they make a mistake, they're not embarrassed. I mean, maybe they're embarrassed by it, but they show their mistakes. They're just human beings. You know, they're showing them learning about car stuff along the way, and they're both channels I think are very entertaining to me. And I just like watching them, both of them. Very cool. So, got a couple more here. Next one, I don't know if you guys ever saw this channel or not, but my wife actually turned me on to this channel because she watches a lot of YouTube stuff too, but like completely different stuff than I watch. She doesn't watch almost any channels that I watch. She watches a lot of like fashion type things, you know, some makeup channels. She watches like random stuff like Halloween things, people who, you know, create Halloween decorations, you know, I mean, everything and anything. Just some of her stuff's random. I'll be, you know, walking past her and listen to a video, and I'm like, what are you watching? Just some random stuff, man. She's one of those people that like clicks on the suggested video that has nothing to do with what you're watching, you know, and then she'll dive into that realm of YouTube and then start, you know, I'm like, oh my god. Nope, I have my regulars. I have my channels I watch, and that's it. I have a very narrow vision of what I want to be entertained by on YouTube. She's open to anything. She'll watch anything. But anyway, she turned me on to this channel, and I love it. Cannot get enough of it. Watch every one of their videos, and it is Townsend&Son. I think right now it's just called Townsend's. Now, they have a company, and their whole deal is living 18th century. So it's like reenactment stuff. You know, they have the clothes, they have, you know, they're cooking with the same utensils, making the, you know, recipes from the 18th century. It's just really, really fascinating to me. If you're into like war reenactors and stuff like that, you would love these people. I mean, it's him and his whole family does it and stuff. Like I said, they run a whole business. They have a nice catalog. They sell a lot of the stuff you see in the videos. From clothing to utensils and cookware, and it's very fascinating to me and extremely educational. And I love the channel. Huge fan of it. I've been watching them for probably 6 months or so, and backlogged everything. Watched all their old stuff. Just a very fun kind of educational channel, really. But I find it entertaining. Some people would find it boring. I find it extremely entertaining. But anyway, next on the list is Cody, Wranglerstar. Wranglerstar, it's amazing to see his success on YouTube just skyrocket with subscribers, and he does some really amazing videos. He puts a lot of work into it. Him and his family, just wonderful people, you know, very kind-hearted, just very educated, you know. I learned quite a bit of things from watching him, you know, work out in the shop and stuff, from blacksmithing to just being mechanically inclined, you know. So if you haven't seen Cody's channel, definitely worth checking out. Very interesting videos. Who's next? Kel. Yeah, SmokeRingsPipeDreams. Dream, I think, singular. I'll put the link in the I always get it wrong, but I'll put the link in the description box so you can click on his channel. Very, very entertaining to me. And educational. I learned some stuff from Kel, but Kel is just a down-to-earth guy. And he's had a lot of experiences in life, and he has a lot to share with people. And I just really like him. You know, I think, again, one of these people, if you lived in the neighborhood, I'd come over every now and again. Of course, if I was welcome. And have a meal or go out and do something, you know. Very similar hobbies. Very much into the pipes and cigars and stuff, but still, you know, like some knives, like some gun stuff. Just interesting guy, and I like him. I just always watch his videos. Ever since I first found him, I found him through pipe smoking. But, you know, found him for pipe smoking, stayed for everything else. I watch all of his videos. I enjoy him. Next person on the list is Eric Surf 6. Eric Surf 6 is literally a surfer. I don't know if he still surfs, but he moved to Japan many years ago, and he does a lot of food stuff. He's been a big YouTuber for a long time, but like these days, in the last probably year or so, he'll do food videos at like different cuisines that are served in Japan. You know, like the most recent video is Portuguese food. Now, I have a Portuguese wife, if you guys don't know. She's half Portuguese, half Puerto Rican. So I'm very familiar with Portuguese food now. But it's interesting watching different cuisines being prepared in Japan, and the slight differences, So he'll do like Italian food in Japan, obviously a bunch of different sushi stuff and Japanese cuisine. But I just really like his personality. He's very camera friendly. He can have his own show. He can have a bunch of shows on TV. He could be a host of a game show. He's a really cool dude. Very nice family. He does some videos with his son sometimes. But just, man, his channel is one of those things where you're watching it like, 1 in the morning and you're starving and you got nothing to eat in the house. And you watch his videos just drooling, some of the food, and he makes it look so good eating it and stuff, and he rates the food, and great channel. Really like Eric Surf 6. And I think this is the last person on my list, Hoshnasi. And not just Hoshnasi, but his newest channel, which is SwellFamily. And he is a vlogger. His name is Josh, and he does vlogging with his family, and he's just my kind of dude, Into, again, same things, guns, knives, gear, tinkering. He's very educated in a lot of different fields. Very, very smart man, but I want to say more mechanically inclined. Like, mechanically inclined. I don't know what I just said. Mechanically inclined? Mechanically inclined, as a fixer-upper kind of guy, MacGyver kind of guy. Just like Wranglerstar, same thing. I find it very interesting when he's fixing things and tinkering with different things. But he's just a great personality, just a really nice dude, caring, smart, fun, entertaining, but also educational. I learn a lot of stuff watching his channel, and it's just really fun to watch him interact, with his wife and his children, and I just like his channel. I like it a lot. As far as vlogging goes, there's tons of vlogging channels on YouTube, clearly. Some huge channels and stuff. I don't watch any of those huge vloggers. I watch a lot of spin-offs, of different channels, people who do little vlogging, Some of the best content is not from the channel with 10 million subscribers. It's from just the random dude who does it right. And Josh, his vlogging style is very professional. And again, one of these people that I think should have 100 times more subscribers than he actually does. But it's nice to see them grow. And now that he started the new channel, it's involving the family more, and his wife's more like into vlogs and stuff. It's fun. It's entertaining. To me, it's kind of like, I don't know, Skyping a family member or something, honestly. It's like, oh, what's this side of the family up to, But very down to earth and friendly, and, it's just fun to follow people. So, yeah, I think that concludes the list. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Maybe it's 25. I did a couple doubles because the channels are related, like AGP and KidBehindACamera, and the MuscleVsTuner, RspecRyan. Those are, I count those as one because it's the same thing. To me, anyway. So that's it. That is my top 25 or so favorite YouTube channels that I just watch consistently. I learn so much, and I'm extremely entertained by all these people. Some of these channels, like, I'll watch and, like, when something bad happens in their life, like, I take it personally. I feel bad for them because it's like watching a television series or something. You get involved, you get emotionally invested in the characters. But this is YouTube. There's no characters. All these channels, these are real people doing real things, whether it's just, having fun or working on one of their hobbies or whatever. But I feel for these people. When something bad happens, I feel bad for them. When something great happens, I feel joy for them, So I'm emotionally invested in pretty much all these people, So yeah, that pretty much wraps it up, guys. I do have one honorable mention that would definitely be on this list because I never missed a video that he posted, and that would be TedBarrus. However, if you follow TedBarrus, you will know that he no longer makes YouTube videos, which is very sad for the people who watch his videos, but for personal reasons, which, none of our business, he could do what he wants. But I do miss his videos quite a bit. Just always entertain me. Always. He's an entertainer by nature, you know what I mean? But he's doing his own thing and staying off YouTube, and I do really wish him the best. But I did want to mention him because he's a channel I always watched. Every video he ever put out, and he had 2 different channels. TedBarrus as well as TedBarrusUnplugged, and I always followed everything on that. Like I said, very, very entertaining to me, fun character, but he had a lot of drama, And again, that's something you follow, for better or for worse. You follow the drama. Everyone gets sucked into drama, you know what I mean? So I was always watching and seeing what was going on in his neck of the woods, but no longer making YouTube videos, so he's not on the list right now, but definitely worth an honorable mention. So that is pretty much it. Yeah, if you're wondering what neck knife I'm carrying, I went back to the CRK No Bother, just because it's awesome, and I haven't used it for a while. But just refound it. So that's what I'm wearing, in case you're wondering, because I always have a neck knife on. Sometimes it's not visible. On that note, I'm going to leave, and I'm going to do another knife review, and you guys will see that soon. So thanks for watching. Let me know down in the comment section. Give me your top 3 favorite YouTube channels. YouTube channels that you cannot miss a video. You cannot wait until they post a new one. It's always exciting. It's always fun. Channels you love. Top 3. I couldn't pick 3 out of this list. I had a hard time narrowing it down to 25. I really wish I could do a top 50 or top 75 or something like that. But that's kind of ridiculous. So top 25 is about as small of a window I can share with you guys. But yeah, if you decide to check out one of these channels and you subscribe to them, let me know in the comments. Hey, thanks for mentioning this person. Now I watch them. But yeah, these are the people that I watch on YouTube, and I enjoy it. And thank you very much for you watching me on YouTube. I appreciate it very much. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, something a little different, and I hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you soon. Take care.